Hello everybody, this is Gen Jeff here with Kerbal Space Program Fridays. Last time you saw me launch some communication grid satellites. What we currently have is 3 roughly geosynchronous communication satellites, but it's not really working very well. In fact, 3's falling behind. Velocity 1016, 1020. Not really falling behind as much as this one is running ahead. So I want to get this one. So we're doing an orbital adjustment of this current one here, because he's a little bit too far ahead. So what we're going to do is going to bring out orbital operations, and yeah, you're not the correct altitude at all. We need you going slower. Cannot be below current altitude. You're sitting at 19. Wow, there's a giant difference here. So I'm going to want you 2,825. Burn. Raising the thing up a little bit. Okay, not doing it. Oh. No, you got that. Abort. Activate engine. Activate engine. Activate engine. Activate engine. Why is that still there? More important question, why is that still there? Oh well. Okay. I just drag you off and drop you? No. So, burn. Get that up there a little bit. You're not going to do it. Done. And then, once it gets there, we're going to circularize the orbit. Where is it currently? We'll speed up time a little bit for this. Why is the time warp stopping? Oh. Abort. And we'll be right back. And now we're doing our circularization burn here. Apparently I have to manually control the throttle. Okay. Smartass. Abort. You. Prograde. Retrograde. It's not quite circularized. Good enough. Yeah, apparently I'm going to have to keep adjusting these things. 18. Or maybe I'll just add another satellite when I have to, because it will roughly keep working for now. If I have to just add another 3 satellites, have 6 satellites up there providing all that. Be easier if they would just cooperate, but alas, they don't. That's not what I'm doing today, though. We've got this communications relay over the Mun. We need another communications relay over the Mun, and that is today's objective. Actually, I got nice enough network up there. It shouldn't really matter where everything is. So it should work anyway. But yeah, I've already got it designed, so I don't need to do design. You just get to watch the mission today. Where is it? Probe launcher. There it is. Oh yes, the solid boosters to get the extra oomph to get to the mun easier. Okay. We'll extend this antenna. Deploy. Deployed. MechJeb control. Go to MechJeb, ascent autopilot. Engage to that altitude. And lift off. Good lord, I've even turned it down. The volume, that is. Yes, adding the extra boosters on the side there gives me the extra delta V that I needed to make sure that I can get it to where I need to go. In this case, it's the moon. And this one's going to be in a... how am I going to do this one? I think this will be a 90 degree orientation orbit. There go the boosters there, and there they go blowing themselves up. So they tend to do that once in a while. This is, other than that error, a rather uneventful takeoff. And a kitty has decided to join me. Isn't that right, Willow? Isn't that right, Willow? You angry kitty. The kitty that randomly attacks me. Meh. Yes, I'm that confident that this rocket's going to work. I'm playing with the cat. What are you doing? Ah, that's my face cat. Okay, back to the rockets. It's going very well. Usual launch. With most of the rockets I've been using, I don't even need to use the RCS, even though I believe... No, I haven't equipped it on these. I've not equipped RCS on these rockets. That'll be there once we start doing the space station phases and everything. Right now it's just the let's probe the Kerbin system. I've actually found methane or kethane or whatever it's called, because I spelled it wrong, on Kerbin. But I'm not going to mine it because it's in a rather steep and deep gravity well, and I don't want to mess with it. Now the next stage should be taking place soon. There goes that. That gets left behind. Flawlessly, like always. Yes, I'm actually designing ships that don't just blow up for a change. And then this is... that stage there. Whoa, get out of the dog food! Oh, God. But oh well. When are you going to get that thing up there? 63. Still climbing. Still climbing. My cat's eating the dog food. Well, it's my mom's cat. My mom's cat's eating the dog food. Speeding up. This takes a while to get where it's going. It should have plenty of thrust left to get it to the moon. I don't know why it's taking it so long to get up into space. Come on, get the altitude up there. Disengage. I have not the slightest clue what you're doing. You've certainly reached the target altitude. Oh, no, you didn't. You're going out to there. My bad. Yes, right now this rocket is so reliable, most of the screw-ups relate to me screwing up myself, not the rocket. And now we'll do the time acceleration, go around, whee! I think it burned up more fuel than it should have there. And orbital operations, circularize the orbit. Vessel information. Still has plenty of delta V left to do that operation there. I seem to be missing something. Oh, never mind. Stupid dog. Now it's circularizing the orbit. And voila! Orbit has been circularized. Now we're going to do a transfer. We're going to transfer to the Mun. Oddly... Okay, that's number of seconds. I can shut off the ascent auto... Oh, balls. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to deploy something. And the remarkable thing is... apparently MechJeb decides to ignore the fact I forgot to deploy the solar panels, and has given me just enough power. I guess MechJeb operates on its own battery. Yay, MechJeb, thank you. Thank you very much. Whew, don't forget to deploy those solar panels. Now, activate the dish, and activate the dish. Now, you're going to see how this works slightly, because I screwed this up a couple times myself, I know that. You have to point it at something. What you do is you're going to click on what to point it at. And it's going to be curb and comm relay number 1 for that one. And then I'm going to click on this one. And this one's going to go to number 2. I think. Comm relay number 1, comm relay number 2. Yes, there we go. And now that way, save and close. Because this antenna does not reach these satellites. And this way, it stays in communications and provides communication for the probes on the Mun. It won't be 100% continuous communications, but it'll be good enough. Good enough for what I intend to do with it, at least. And now what we're going to do is we're going to accelerate time. Woo, because we get to do that. We don't have too much stuff left in that engine. I wish there was a way to minimize this, but there kind of isn't. So we're going to speed time up. Got lots of fun things floating around there in space. Now these two will be in like generic radio communications range of each other at all times, which is why they're there. Okay, we're now in the moon. So we do now, once the game decides to respond, is we're going to circularize the orbit for this altitude. I'm not concerned about doing it the most efficient way here because we got plenty of delta V for what I'm doing. That's just in that stage. It's not counting what's actually in the rocket here itself. The great part is my right mouse button isn't really responding anymore. Circularize? Maybe? What it might end up doing, I don't know what it's exactly trying to do, is it might just go in. Because right now, if it slows down, it goes into the moon, which isn't any good. So this will be a very interesting pass. Wow, this thing is like barely within the reach of the moon there. Because that's the escape right there, and that's the orbit that it's at. Escape. Huh. What we're going to do is we're going to abort that. And I'm going to go back out and speed time up again. Ooh, cripey. Be in communications range, please. Ooh. That's Kerbin. Where's the Mun hiding out at? Where do you be? There it is. The sky's falling! Ah! Whoa. Okay, good enough. Mech jab. Smartass. Retrograde. Get me to retrograde, please. What we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves into an actual orbit. Not that. Prograde. Thank you. Probably be running out of oxidizer and fuel, won't we? Yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm going to cast this bottom part off and far away from where we are now. There, that burns that engine out. Now, time to take direct control. Assuming direct control. Stop spinning. Thank you. And let's build up some rotation. Wonder if anyone's going to figure out what I'm trying to do. Ha! Throwing it away. And that will spin through space for the rest of eternity. Now we're going to go back to retrograde to throw that piece of debris into this weird, funky orbit. which should stay out of the way of everything. Oh. And now we'll just be using vessel information, what's actually in this, and holy crap, that's got a lot of delta V for being so small. Doesn't have much time for burning, but it's there. And seems to have a little bit too much of an ability to adjust its position for MechJeb to like. Off. Wow, that does adjust position real quickly. There we go. And it didn't activate the engines. So we have to manually activate the engines. Activate the engines. I'll activate them all. Minimal throttle, look at that. And then once we get out there, accelerate time again. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Want to shut off that. You can see the path of the communications. I show the path on the map. You see it's bouncing that signal off there onto the curb and comm relay 2. Now it's switched which ones it's going to. And it's sending the signal over. Because it got eclipsed by the Mun. Ooh, don't know how to use that. Down, 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 down. Oh, free. Circular eyes right there. Good enough. Gotta figure out how to use this thing here. I will wait for... Good lord, MechJeb. Abort. Because obviously you're incapable of actually handling this, MechJeb. I'll have to do it myself. Can I get rid of that? Fine, whatever. I don't actually want that maneuver. Get rid of it. Speed up some more, speed up some more. Where's the proback? Good, good, good. I want to do this slightly after that. Okay, we can stop doing that. Take that off. Now try to line this up ourselves, because MechJeb couldn't do it. There we go. Circularization is going nearly perfectly. very good. Slow it down. And it's circularized. Now, I want to maneuver the orbit around. Is that what I want to do? No. Not the slightest. Where does that send me? Holy moly! That's not what I'm looking for. Now, how do I get rid of those maneuvers? I want to... Okay, if I do one, add a maneuver. What's this? What does this do me? What? Right click you. Can I delete that? I don't want any of these maneuvers. I don't know why it's sending me these things. I do not want to leave the planetary system right now. As like neat as that is, that's not my intent here. Hey, abort. Now we're just going to be messing with this to figure out what it's going to do to the orbit. Of course, trying to ignore everything else that thing's screwed up. I'm trying to work with a button that doesn't want to respond. Yay, that's increasing the inclination. Exactly what I want it to do. Get me inclined, thank you. Now the annoying thing is that it did kind of what I wanted it to do. But at the same time sent me... Okay. Take off SAS. This is going to be an issue. Once again, it sent me out of the solar system. So now we need to go back to retrograde, shut off the SAS. Huh. Now back to that. I want that at 90 degrees. And it's gotten me out of the solar system again. Retrograde. Normal. Come on, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Get me 90, get me 90. Wow, you just go right away. Retrograde again. Oh boy. Anti-normal, or positive normal, or whatever it is. God, you're gonna wave everywhere. Right. B90. There we go, good enough. There. Now this is the idea behind this. Whenever either one of these, like either this one, this satellite here, which is obscured by all that crap, or this satellite, if they're ever obscured by the MUN, like they're eclipsed by the MUN from Kerbin, then this one, much like it is now, will act as a relay around the MUN and allow them to actually communicate back with the Kerbin, and keeps everything in communication. So we end up with this weird Z pattern. Do. But that's what I was intending to do. Now, we can start to do other stuff. As this thing is finally in place, it is in position. Can't get rid of that. So I'll shut off the smartass. And there we go. Our relay, communications relay, is in position. Where the heck's the MUN? There it is. Oh, that's pretty awesome looking. There we go. There we go. The sun of theirs, Kerbin, and then the MUN. All in the same picture. Have a good day, everybody, and have a good weekend.